We need to talk. You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell. I need to know why. So you picked the one that delivered it instantly.
Don't take this out on her. Besides, she's right. No one should have to make that kind of choice.
Least of all, that archmage's.
Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for herself. If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Kai, let's be honest. None of us are walking away from this with a clean conscience. But unless someone makes the tough decisions, the Dream Scourge will kill us all. Or worse. That means living with our nightmares. Embracing them if we must.
Right. Getting killed by monsters is one thing, but turning into one...
We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison.
If we run into Ludwig out there, it's gonna be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. And I plan on hunting her like a rat.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
Right. Focus, people. Try not to think about how we're up against a dead woman who threatens the entire living lands.
Yeah. Instead, think about the soul-corrupting plague that also threatens the living lands.
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
But will she do the same? I think not. Violence may be inevitable.
Ludwig and her Steel Garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden. Above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka. Right. The voice in your head that none of us have ever met. I hear dying has some interesting side effects.
Hey, we are all on the same side here, Marius.
You won't find a blessed a thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a page raku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will. I don't know, Nimdut. I do know whatever I come up with is better than do whatever the voice in my head tells me to do. I'm done here. Do whatever Blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what. Whoa, let's all take a breath. It will definitely not come to that.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
I like that trick a lot better before it led to all those trials at Naku. That island with the glowing tree. It's gotta be the garden. I Don't see an easy way to get there, though. You sure do know how to show us the sights, Envoy. So the bridge is gone, but there's another way into the garden?
The other path is hidden well. I certainly don't see any way across the acid sea. Unless the Pargrunen are acid resistant, I think that's a safe assumption.
Then let's head to Solace Keep. If we hurry, we can keep ahead of the Steel Garrote.
Yes, let's go already. Well, isn't this a homely little fortress? So warm, so...
Outsiders aren't permitted in Solace Keep. Turn your ass around and go back the way you came. I could care less if you fought Magren herself. Death is better than catching Michala's ire. It's a violation of Tenet 3 of Nandru's 9 creeds. No person excepting wardens of the Pargrunen shall be granted safe harbor without express permission of the council, heretofore established by Nandru, the first warden, or without the attestation of an established, honored warden of the keep. That is correct. Without the Solace Council or a warden to vouch for you, your presence in the keep is forbidden. No warden, no keep.
We really will have to drag Marius into this, won't we? The poor dear.
Gods. Anyone else finding it hard to breathe?
You again? I told you the first time.
Ah, Foitu Mayo. It's Cosmine. Just let me handle this.
What? Marius? No. You must be a ghost. A curse.
Oh, that would be news to me.
You are alive. You... Asshole! You show your face now? Now?
Right. Even more than usual.
We used to be friends. Or so I thought. But then this Jitule left. Unannounced. No note, no nothing. Didn't even say goodbye to Iancu. And now you cozy up here, after 3 years, with an adherent godlike, no less? No offense. True Pargrunen don't desert the keep. We thought Marius must have died. We had a funeral and everything.
Right. And I'm sure you all had a good long cry about it, too. You know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't important. We need to speak to the council.
You know the rules. Outsiders cannot enter without express permission of the council.
Or with an honored warden.
Which you are not. I shouldn't even be talking to either of you. It's forbidden. Emperor? What's that?
It's their word for a fancy guy in a big gold hat.
I know what that means. I was trying to be sarcastic.
Come on, just for once, consider not being a complete Jatule and let us pass.
You know the position this puts me in. If I let you in, the council will have my head. Now, come on. That's not fair. Of course I trust Marius. I mean, I did. Once.
Cosmine, Solace Keep is in real danger. Do you truly think I'd come back here for anything less?
Gods damn it. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I'll let you in, but be warned. Solace is not as it was, Marius.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in Solace.
You'll see for yourself. The council isn't what it was. Keep a watchful eye. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
All that for us?
Just be aware, people of Solace are just as stubborn as its walls.
If it's the new...
All right, all right.
You look just like Nandru. You have his market. Duty won't feed us now. The council is going to lose its mind. Keep us from dying.
Gala. Well, Migala is going to... I don't know what Migala is going to do. This has never happened.
I can't wait to see what the council... Is that...
Welcome back to Odica's Nest.
Sanctuary of Nandro. Hasn't changed a bit.
What is this crowd? And outside...
Mikala understands the importance.
If I were gonna have a fish with one of the gods, I'd pick Abidin.
The count...
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
Are they gonna throw us in the volcano if this goes badly?
If we will talk about this later. What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason.
We do. That's why he isn't in shackles and being brought to trial right now.
We can discuss shackles after we've talked about the Steel Groat. They're coming for Solace Keep.
Nonetheless, returning with an Adirin in tow was foolish, Marius.
Foolish? I'd call it treacherous.
Right, well how about we all pile on Marius after we're sure Solace is safe?
Indeed you do.
And we'll gladly help you. Right across our borders.
Believe me, I don't intend to stick around. Tell us what we need to know and we'll be gone before you remember to miss me.
Very well. We'll deal with you later.
So, you need our help. What do you expect us to do for you, precisely?
Whoa, they haven't thrown us out yet. Let's not push our luck.
That was unexpectedly insightful of you, Marius.
And people wonder why I left.
I apologize. That was not gracious of me. Envoy, you were about to make a request?
There is no dream scourge in Galawain's tusks.
Nor has there ever been. No. The soul of Nandru protects this place, protects his wardens. No curse may touch us here.
These are unusual times, Mihala. Regrettably, I must confirm the envoy's tale. Our messengers have heard as much from Paradis, Fior, Thirdborn. Perhaps we have only been lucky. What if Nandru's aegis no longer protects us?
I do not believe it, but I am not unmoved by the stories we have heard from the other settlements. You say you mean to end this plague of madness, Envoy? There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, Envoy?
Right. Here we go.
Be silent. Have you no shame?
The garden is our sacred purpose. Its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. We used to be wanderers, explorers, caretakers of the island, until Nandru heard the call of the garden. He planted Solace Keep here, in the spot where it first spoke to him, and charged his people to forever protect it from all who might threaten its peace.
More accurately, he chained us to a barren wasteland 600 years ago, and abandoned us.
He gave his life to protect us from the world. We thank him by defending the garden.
Mind how you speak of the garden in these halls, Envoy.
Nandru once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The Envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does she not?
The markings on your face, I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru. Perhaps you are, perhaps you are not. But it does not matter. A soul does not know its parentage, and you do not know us. We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, Envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. But I fear you will be disappointed.
I don't care if you do. You are free, as we all are, to believe or disbelieve as you like. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider, and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
Envoy, be practical. You may be uniquely capable, but there are hundreds of us. There are 3 of you.
Goodbye, Envoy. Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius, don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
Politicians are alike everywhere, aren't they?
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken, the young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. Yes, she's more concerned about her pride than the fact our people are weakening from deprivation. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. She's a zealot. She forgets that doctrine is worth less than living. Much like your Inquisitor Ludwig, I suspect. Two sides of the same miserable coin. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Then let me speak plainly. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. Mihala would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths fighting the Stilgarot. She does not care about how the situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarot who find it, I don't care. My people. Every person who is alive now, and every generation to come.
That's the most sensible thing we've heard yet.
The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. I understand it may appear that way. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Usundan mind?
Solace Keep is just a place. You're looking for a way to help your people, aren't you?
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Stilgarot in exchange for goods and gold.
That's a sensible trade in my book.
Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. That is my most fervent hope, Envoy. Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. After Fior, I suspect you Adirans think of the people of the Living Lands as little more than bugs to be crushed. If you think of us at all. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. I thought you'd empathize with this more. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand. You are not the first person to have said that. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. I hear she is a Death Guard. She has died once already and been returned to life by Wodica. Do you believe yourself more powerful than a god? I imagine this has something to do with your godlike features? But your relationship with your god is none of my business. In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, take care, Envoy.
He's in a tough...
Who are you, Spirit? The plague's corrupted the rest of us. The Steel Garrote. Our minds. Broken. I won't let it take me. I'll keep my sanity. You're... not real! You can't be. No! Go away, Spirit!
The trap cuts. The fox cries at the pain of the hare. The justice of the wild.
Go away! Oh, I know you're not real. I'll stop you if I must. My soul is mine. Mine! It will not be despoiled. What was that prayer Ludwig taught us to banish the visions? Fearsome Wodica, by your withering gaze, I bind this tricksome devil. Oh, God, it's still there. I see the canopy of a tree inside your soul. No! Stop looking at me! I don't want to see it!
He's beyond prayer at this point. How do you want to play this? I don't see him backing down.
No! No! My soul is my own! I want to live!
This one's mine. Next one's mine.
Nice job, everyone.
At least the volcano's easy to find.
Is someone there? Watch out! You're gonna regret this!
Nothing like a win with a good team.
One moment. Saka sub-steel garrote slaughtered them and left them to rot. I say we pay them in kind.
Been strong.
Seal nas mitum! Let's get
That's it for me! Back on my feet. Left! Behind you! Find a better weapon. Another glorious battle. That's all of them.
Yes, you at the roots if you lie. We will feed you to the water.
Please help me! Seal nas mitum!
that's me too!
Thank you. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come. I don't know. They caught me. They said they had questions. Then they stopped making sense. Just nonsense.
Something happened. No idea what.
Please. There is a friend of mine hiding in the summit. You have to help me before it's too late.
Let's hurry.
Sam, that's me too!
Left leg. Left. Good for you.
Sam, that's me too! Sam, that's me too!
On your right.
Sam, that's me too!
Coming from your right.
Sam, that's me too!
Well, that's that. We'll need another way through.
One moment. Hey! Over here!
me too!
Back in the fight.
Sam, that's me too!
We make a good squad.
This is a mess. And the Steel Garrod aren't the disorderly type. They must have left in a hurry. Are these Pargrunen books? Like campfire reading? I wonder how the Steel Garrod got them.
They circled Solace Keep on the map. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Impossible. I've explored every inch of the keep. If there was a path to the garden inside the keep, I'd know about it.
Hang on. What if that path is under the keep? Someone must have told Ludwig. Even amongst a tight-knit group like the Pargrunen, there's always someone with a price.
Doesn't matter. A Steel Garrod getting to the garden cannot be a good thing.
We won't let them down.
Whether they realize it or not.
Trespasser! She defiles our ground! Murderer! She is near!
You will go no further. The garden is under our protection.
And who is going to stop me? The time has come to take the garden.
Wardens will never...
Yesterday, this island suffered in the grip of its own madness. Today, the living lands unites under one flag. One people. One law. One true God.
No! Never again!
Bad enough.
Party and the invaders in the garden!
So here you are. Sapadal coaxed you toward the garden, a spider luring a fly to the safety of the web.
Who spins? Who rides? She weaves a trap of steel.
Look at my paladins, envoy. Look what your god has done to us. I should have realized it sooner. The Dream Scourge is Sapadal's weapon. A cudgel to drive us out of the living lands. So was I. But Sapadal had other plans. What a pair we make, Envoy. Proxies in a war between gods. Your patron versus my faith. A war that ends here and now. The choice is ours. Do we trust our own judgment, or do we gamble it all on the monster whispering in your ear? You see what your god allows you to see. No matter where we turn, we find the consequences of Sapadal. Plague, blight, madness. The living lands hangs by a thread because mortals cannot live in the shadow of a god, much less one that's lost its mind.
I hate to say this, but she's got a point. Not that I trust her with the solution.
We were fine living at the whim of a sleeping god until you came along and woke it up.
You and I alone can save the living lands by destroying the unending madness that is Sapadal.
Break the bars!
You know them best. If that's what you believe, I'll stand by you.
Right. We definitely all had input on that decision.
I knew it might come to this. Sapadal has a stronger claim on you than we ever did. Still, I had hoped your wisdom would prevail, if not your loyalty. What a shame to destroy so much potential. She already knows. Don't you feel her eyes on you? Prepare yourself for the beyond.
Don't let the dream fall around. Need a better weapon. They're off!
me too!
The last of the dream. Still out. That's more like it.
That's me too! Worth it all!
Well, that was fun. We did it! That steel garrote Korba died just like anyone else. Right. I don't trust that woman to die like a normal person.
I hate to say it, but whatever did that, whatever turned all those people into dream thralls, I think it was Sabadal.
I really need to lie down. Just for a minute.
Vipers in a knot. The venom drowns us. Save us, please. Touch the Adra. Feel our voice. Speak. We would speak to you. They stand outside our prison. We rattle the bars they do not hear. We scream. They do not answer. When they are done with us, they will rend you next. You are like them. Always cruel. Always. You and she and all the rest, exactly the same. This was never our fault. Yet she made it our sin. She who caged us. She who called us monster. We thrash and the affliction rises. We scream and the rot spreads. We did not intend to lie. We only wanted to be loved. We only wanted not to be alone. They hurt us. We hurt them back. We hurt them again, again, again. We dreamed of green shoots, roses without thorns to prick. The vines of the past strangle us, sweet. Help us. We are alone. They hurt us, and hurt us, and hurt us, and yet we are bound. How else can we strike back? This affliction is their fault. We cause it, but it is not our way. We will make this better. We promise. Help us. Release us. Then the rot ends. We give you another sliver of our power, a piece of us. Do you accept? The parasites who trapped us left a door in the garden's wall. Reach it, and you can set us free. Let us aid you once more. We grant you our power. Find the wall of the valley across the acid sea. It cups our prison in its palm. It waits. We wait. Free us. End our suffering.
Listen, I don't know what's in the garden. Go get
I don't like the way that lava is rising.
That's why none
Welcome to Avowed.
He's not the one I'm worried about.
Sure,
Someone's
keep
going
us
to have to
going.
tell the
I knew it.
outposts.
You know, the moment I saw that the Kieran, wherever we go, I knew it was a bad sign.
Everyone, please, do not panic. Simply exit quickly
Oh,
and
Marius! Praise Abaddon! You are alive!
What's happening? Why is everyone running around like blessed fools?
The volcano erupted. Any minute now, we're going to be flooded. We're evacuating. Kostya's gone to open the lava sluice gates, but they've been disused for so long. When Forja erupted, I thought... Oh, my boy. I'm so glad you're alive.
Envoy, whatever it is, we are in crisis. I cannot help you.
We're minutes away from being overrun by lava flows. I have to get my people out. You must leave now.
I told you everything I know. The only way to the garden fell centuries ago.
The Steel Garrote would tell you otherwise. We have reason to believe there's a path under the keep. Be thankful you're talking to us rather than them. They were planning to storm the keep.
They're all dead, by the way. You're welcome.
The Steel Garrote were marching on the keep? How? Why would they think the garden was beneath Solace?
How could they have gotten anywhere close to such valuable artifacts? Kostya's scouts would have seen them and they didn't report. You implied he was. Good God.
Could Kostya have told the Steel Garrote about another entrance to the garden?
No. If such a thing existed, I can't believe it. He wouldn't. We took an oath to Nandru. The garden was our sacred duty, and he betrayed us. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I was a fool. I have failed my duties. Kostya.
Nobody truly knows Kostya. Not even I suspect himself. At his core, Envoy, he is afraid, as all Kith are. But he allows his fear to rule him. And that makes him weak.
I understand how Kostya could be tempted by false notions of freedom and prosperity, but...
But an oath cannot change. A duty should not change.
I can't believe Kostya handed the Steel Garrote a secret we protected for hundreds of years. Mayu. Who knows what he'll do with the sluice gates? He cares so little for the keep that I worry he's going to have us drowning in lava.
Oh, no, I cannot ask you to do that. I love all my wardens, Envoy. Even the traitors. But I will show you where Kostya has gone. If he wants to tell someone where the garden is, let him tell you. If you find that he's doing anything other than opening the gates that would protect our home from the lava, I would ask that you stop him.
Mihala.
I meant what I said. I do not wish to see him dead. But if he would risk the keep, then he risks our lives. I cannot suffer those who would harm us to live. Now I must return to the evacuation, and you must go on your way. Go now, and go with the gods.
It's odd, but there's a beauty to this place. Maybe because it's a place in Galawain's tusks I've never been.
Let's keep moving. I'd rather not breathe these screws.
Find better weapons. Coming from your right.
Zero! Feel нас meet
need to keep moving if we're gonna catch Kostya. Kostya left them behind to die. Bleste Korba.
We'd never be able to drag Yatsley out of here.
Take a moment, people.
Voices silenced.
Come on, we don't want to be down here when Kostya does whatever he's planning.
Seal nas miti!
On your right! You're not looking good.
Watch your step. Even you wouldn't come back from that fall, envoy.
Watch your step. Roll!
Try.
That's one for us.
Look behind you!
This whole place feels like it's
That it?
These bodies are still warm.
Kostya isn't going to wait around for us. Keep moving. Kostya knew about this, he'd be selling tickets. Too.
Daylight. Essence we have not felt in centuries.
My sister. Soul of my soul. How did you find me here? I have been here for so long. I recall a mind, a being, someone who cherished me. Free us, they said. But I broke our bond. I locked myself away. I remember it all. I feel Sabadal's mind beneath yours, swimming in the deep. You should run. A child keeps a beetle in a jar. It does not know the beetle requires air, sustenance, freedom. It does not understand that if it shakes the jar, pulls off a wing, the beetle will be hurt. The child only wants to keep the beetle. It feels good to have control. We are both souls in a jar. Yours is just bigger than mine, for now. That was the name my mother gave me. But that was never what they called me. To them, I was beloved. An endearment my God wielded against me like a cudgel. I would have killed them with it if I could. But they were beloved of me, too. No. Nor will they here, where we are blessedly invisible to them. I pray my soul disintegrates to dust, to tatters. I pray my soul is lost and never found again. True death will be a relief if it at last allows me to know silence. That was the name they gave themselves, stolen from the ancient souls whose deaths gave rise to them, to us. We were little more than appendages to them. That is why I must ask you to destroy them. Anything that lives can be made dead. Even a soul comprised of 1,000,000 souls can be compelled to rot. The true gods have waited centuries to help us. You, my sister, who are more brave than I, go now to the garden and hang the gardener from their tree. You need only walk a little more. You are nearly at the end. You know, I always meant to die down here. To siphon my soul into a lonely pillar, disconnected from the stone that makes our world. Disconnected from them. I only hope that Sabadal releases you to the same long peace. Please, you must do it. Destroy them, sister. And when you see Wodeka, tell her I said hello.
You okay? You went away again, but this time seemed different.
Uncle, you alright? We lost you there for a bit, but not like before.
Kostya's already proven himself an enemy of Solace. Whatever you
The sluice gates are just ahead. Kostya's probably already there. Let's move. Lava's rising. We have to stop this now.
Good, you're here. Help me destroy this winch. We can't risk someone turning it and opening the gates. If the keep falls so that we might live, so be it. I figured you might have. Bloodthirsty. You people just can't help yourselves. Me, specifically? No. I only provided them access to material from the living archives. The books and records that the novice brought to them were what revealed the secret. I assume you didn't let the Stilgarrote or the Inquisitor survive their search. And so you brought it back here? Among the Wardens? It doesn't matter how it works. It was not present in the tusks until your people arrived. Oh, perhaps this is right. Another reason to destroy this place and go. This is how it should be. So long as the keep stands, my people are trapped here. Doomed by an oath to a dead man.
No one should be bound to a pile of stones. Certainly not because of a centuries-old oath.
Our people were nomads for ages until we built the keep. When it falls, we'll be free to explore the world again. I will not watch my people rot here for the sake of a pointless oath. Nandru isn't here. He was never here. He built us a tomb and abandoned us to it. Do not speak his name to me as if it could mean anything to you.
A life for rubble, blood for the prison of old ways. We twine.
Stand down, Kostya. This just isn't your day.
So be it. And you are so close. The entrance to the garden is just beyond this door. I always knew it would come to this.
Another win, but who's counting?
Dragu, I can't believe it. No!
Good work, but We shouldn't stick around.
It's done. Solace is safe. Thank the gods.
Well, that's that. Kostya was right. We should have let Solace Keep fall.
Crazy is one word for it. You really think you can just burn down someone's ancestral home?
Dearie, the keep isn't a home. It's a prison. And now the Pargrunen will never escape.
Solace is my home. I still don't get why any of you feel like you have a say in this.
But you left.
Because I chose to. Kostya doesn't get to make that decision for everybody.
If Kostya doesn't, Mihala will.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Stopping Kostya's plan was no less of a decision.
Choosing to do nothing is still a choice. One that dooms everyone to living in a stone prison.
If anything, I imagine Mihala and her traditionalists will only make it harder to leave now. You know your own mind. There's something to be said for that.
True. And you've a date with the gods soon. We can only hope that you'll make better decisions.
And that's not all. Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fjord, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
At least on the battlefield, you can count on getting stabbed in the front.
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear you. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
Death is always certain. It's only a question of timing. I have a theory about the garden. Or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind. Anytime, darling.
Before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sapadal. Set them loose upon the world. Is that still the plan? Everyone deserves freedom.
I could make an exception for a god with the power to destroy us all in a tantrum.
Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe in.
It's easier that way. For a while.
Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsli, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most exciting part.
You're gonna get me going too.
We're with you. All the way.
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.